Hey, welcome back to One on One. Oh man, I have a word for you today that's all about what we're about. It's called networking. What in the world is networking? Making connections. It's what we are all about on this show. And today, we have some real pros at networking. My name is Vin Dacquino. Today, we have some networkers, and we are going to start with you. Tell us who you are and tell us what this organization is.
I'd be happy to. My name is Tina Campbell, and I am the regional partner for Master Networks New York and Western Connecticut. We are a national organization, and we empower local business people through our weekly chapter meetings that are really all around this area, and we're just growing and expanding throughout the country.
So you take people from where they are and you connect them.
Absolutely, and because our mission, and this is very serious, I take it very seriously, we are learning based and community minded. So if that's our mission, so how do we fit business into that? And I have to tell you, it's all relationships.
Learning based and community minded?
Correct.
Whoa, that's us!
Right, we fit right in with you.
Yeah.
So by bringing people together on a weekly basis to have face-to-face meetings for accountability, and then they go out and think about each other for the rest of the week.
So you don't leave it up to chance. You actually have meetings where you meet at a regular time and place, and when you're there, you connect people. So what do you like, pair people up or something?
Some meetings we do. We have different agendas, but it's all based on some intellectual property that Master Networks creates. We have a Master Networks University, and it's all small business wisdom. There's not anything that's rocket science, but it's all basic, simple business wisdom. And by bringing people together and facilitating discussions, they get to know each other, they get to hopefully like each other, and they want to come back, and it really starts the creative juices flowing for the rest of the week.
Love it. It reminds me of our own group. We have the Mahopac writers, and what we do is writers come, they share a piece, and then the others comment on it. And people say to me, well, what kind of writing? And I say, what are you bringing to the table?
Exactly.
It could be editorials, it could be novels, it could be poetry. And they said, so it doesn't matter what we write? I said, to you, to us,
exactly.
We will work with what you give us. And it sounds like exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
so these people could be from any walk of business?
Yeah, we have people that are, solopreneurs, meaning they have no people working with them. We have entrepreneurs. We have someone like Jay who's working for a company but needs to build teams. We have like Yanno who's a writer. So it's all walks of the business theme, but you can have different needs.
So you're enabling people to do whatever it is they do better.
And we hope that they come with passion for it, because that's so important. And we even help them sometimes find that.
So Jay, what has it done for you?
So I am the president of the Carmel chapter here locally, and it's just given me the opportunity to really work with new people and help them develop. One of the best things that I love about Master Networks is...
So do you have like a manual, or is it more that you just let them talk and then say, okay, I have an idea for you?
Sure. So we do follow, on a weekly basis, we follow different kind of themes, a little bit of an agenda, but we try to open it as much to everybody's interpretation. The way I look at it is we're a group and we're a networking group, and it should be about everybody in the group. It's not just my group or Yanno's group or Tina's group. It's everybody's group, so everybody has to have some kind of say in
So
what we're
a
doing.
typical meeting would be what? 5 people, 10 people, 20 people?
Sure. So it really depends. So our group in Carmel has about 9 people right now. And
good number.
The best thing about Master Networks is we allow other chapters in different areas. We allow visitors to come in as well. So we have constant visitors who we can then also deepen
nice.
connections with and really make it more of a network rather than just focused on our local group.
I mean, it's one of our, just to interrupt, that's one of our smaller groups, but they're growing and their heart is like huge. So that's the experience that people see.
So overall, Master Networks has hundreds of people, 100 people?
Thousands. Well,
Thousands.
across the country, there's almost 3,000 people. So
3,000 people.
they actually are in your network, so to speak. But even locally, more importantly, locally in our region, we're almost to 200, and I'm really proud of that because I've just been doing it for 3 years. And so, but these people know each other. It's not that they go into an isolated 9 people. People are coming in and out. We're having mixers. We have so much involved. We get to know each other because we talk, and
So
that's what makes us different.
Jason is a president. Does that mean he's like the facilitator for the group?
That is the best description that I've heard. He has to run, and because you want people to get the energy. I think about this a lot as though if you think of a network, it could be like, let's say, an electrical network. You want to plug in, you want to connect. I think about all these words that are so powerful that mean that when it comes to kind of your brain, firing, thinking about new ideas. And one of the things that Jay facilitates an excellent meeting because he's very conscious. It's not about him standing up in front of everyone. It's to make each individual business, whether it's a startup or a person that has many, many years of networking behind them or business, they make them feel special, and they have a say, and it's very powerful.
So you provide the input that helps their ideas to grow.
Correct.
Yanno, what has it done for you?
Yes, well, I'm a member of Carmel Master Networks. I also go to Danbury Master Networks regularly.
Oh, so you go to 2 different groups.
Yes, we're allowed to as Master Networks members. And what I love about Master Networks is that everyone is there to genuinely help each other. We're out there to be partners in business, and also everyone always has a good, fun time when we're together. It's a great group to
when
connect
you become a
with.
member of Master Network, you have like a family of advisors.
Exactly. That we genuinely like and genuinely want to help and do business with and also have fun with. We have mixers.
And if there's
a lot
like
of fun.
1 or 2 people in particular that you think are really good at it, you could go back to that person as many times. I mean, there's no no limit.
Yes, that's what we're here for, to
so
help
it's
each
not
other.
only in a meeting. There's things that happen after the meeting.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what you
between
hope.
meetings.
You hope.
Face-to-face times. We just want
That's
to
the
help.
goal.
Yeah, I call it the secret sauce. It's like the secret sauce of this is face-to-face meetings outside of your 1-hour meeting, because you really have to, that eye contact, and you get to know what they're about, what their message is, and then you could facilitate business with them or be their salespeople if you get to know these people well enough that you feel comfortable, know, like, and trust.
Now, this is a touchy question, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Sometimes people don't know how to be tactful in saying, I don't think that idea is going to work. Do you train people how to be careful about what they say?
I do have to say, because we're learning based and that's our mission, we get mostly learning based people to come in. So learning based people, if you think of it, by nature, they want to teach. So they're very kind about helping others.
Because it's an art.
It is an art, but I think their heart's in the right place, so they're always looking to give kind feedback.
Yep. For our writers group, I try to always remind them that their goal is to make the person better. A better writer, maybe a better person, maybe a better businessman. That the goal isn't for me to show how smart I am. It's to show how good you can be.
Exactly. I agree with that. And also, what also helps with learning is that each week we have training tidbits that we read. It's all new, it's all fresh, and we get to learn business tips and talk about it, and it's so helpful because we have
So
to
there's
learn a
little
lot.
samples and things that
Yes.
you do? Oh, that's good. And you
Awesome.
get to run it through. Yanno, I know, when she first came to us in the writers group, was a little intimidated and held back a little bit. But as soon as she realized we were a family, she warmed up. I could tell when she talks about your organization that she feels comfortable. And I imagine that there's exercises and things you do to help people feel comfortable.
Sure. One of the, as we said, we talk about training tidbits, and that really kind of opens the floor. One of the keys about Master Networks is when you have a lot of entrepreneurs or even solopreneurs, we then get to act as a board of directors for people. So when we go through the training tidbits, we all get a little say of what that means to our business in particular, and then we can also kind of give them feedback or a little focus on how to help them improve their business.
Do you have groups come from businesses, or is it usually separate businesses, separate people?
Well, if I might take that one. We have a one industry per chapter, but that industry could be split into several niches, so to speak. For instance, a banker, you may have a commercial banker, you might have a personal banker in your same group. One of the things that we do, but we may have companies that put their salespeople in one different chapter. And so it really depends. But I think the one industry, it is industry specific.
But it's, I mean, the bottom line is you're teaching people how to work with people.
Correct.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, now give me a little history. When did this all begin?
About 7 years ago, two of our co-founders, Chaz Wilson and Dr. Ed LaQuire, they were sitting in a group in Rochester, Minnesota, and that group was disbanding. And they said, "What do we want our group to look like?" And suddenly they started thinking, "Okay, well, we're going to have 1 hour meetings. It's going to be a hard stop at 1 hour," which is really helpful to business people. They like that. We're going to have month-to-month memberships, so there's no prisoners. You know, people can come and go as they like. We do a lot of the training and development is coming, as I said, out of Master Networks University. It's really some good content. There's all kinds of things, videos, and there's workshops. And we just do this, and we're always looking to create value. And by that, people have really started to just, connect with it, and we're getting some really great feedback.
So you're only about 7 years old?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
And it took them, like they talk about it now, they said it took them so long to get to 100 people. Now it just seems to be, it's
it grows.
exponential.
Yeah, what happens to families?
Right.
Yeah, so, all right, what about Carmel? What's their history?
So Carmel, we actually just celebrated our 1 year anniversary.
Yes,
1
we
year.
did.
Wow, great.
And like I said, we're growing steadily, and like I said, it's just a really good group of people, and like I said, just really
Sometimes
business-minded.
big is not always better.
Correct, and it really, like Tina said before, it's really being able to get to know people because, especially in networking, if you're going to be able to refer somebody or you want to help somebody, you really do need to get to know them well, and it's a lot of that one-on-one time outside of just the meetings.
Yeah, and when you work with people, it's just as important to know what not to say as it is what to say. And not to be too pushy and to understand that your ideas may not be the right ideas for that person, but putting them out there on the table is helpful so that they can look at it, think about it. You don't force people to take your ideas.
No.
That's a good thing. So, can you give me an example, Yanno, of a networking situation where you said, yes, I'm glad to be in this group?
Absolutely. When I gave my presentation, we have something called Spotlight, where each business gets to talk about their business, and I talked about my book, and it was great to hear feedback about it. And it's a really wonderful group because people are genuine and they just want to help you out, and so it was nice to hear feedback.
So
about
your
my
business is being an author.
Yes, yes.
So it's wonderful. So you don't necessarily sell chocolates.
No, that's
you
Michael.
don't- and you don't have a factory.
Nope.
You're an author.
Yes.
So
yes.
you want to know how to sell yourself as an author.
Yes, exactly. And when I meet with people one-on-one during the face-to-face, I'm able to learn things from them and vice versa. We just all try to help each other out. And I love this group because everyone really is out there for each other as opposed to themselves.
So, Jay, what made you say, first of all, how do you get to be president?
I don't know if I guess
Pay people?
Yeah, right.
Vote for me, here's $20.